They're going to bring everything they have to this series.
And we are off to the races. Game number 1. Right, underway. Starts with Torment. Back over to Gimmick. Nails it downfield. Squishy on the challenge. Quickly there was Gimmick. Jnaps having to play back to the other side. Torment on that challenge only gives way for Rizzo and Chicago. Chicago wins a big challenge, but Gimmick, he meets it against the backboard and nails it away. Gimmick, another challenge, won. Jnaps having to rely on Chicago to get a touch out. And it does stop C9 for a second as they try to find an opening towards the box.
And we got to see Cloud9 play earlier today against NRG, and a chance here. Oh, what a shot there from Chicago. So close to closing that one out. But Cloud9 against NRG looked very solid, Jorby.
They really did, and again, NRG were forced to make 29 saves in that series. G2 are certainly going to have their work cut out for them. We saw what happened last week with G2 and NRG brought it to them hard. And so they definitely have their work cut out for them against Cloud9. Quick pass out again to Chicago.
And coming into today, Chicago had the highest goal participation out of any player in the league, sitting at in the high 80%. So he is a player on G2 that is involved in every aspect of the offense. We'll see if he can step up in this game, or in this series rather, the biggest series of their season so far for both teams.
It's been a couple of good challenges too from G2 to try to move down the field. But Cloud9, they make quick work of it every time they've tried. Chicago, smart to keep it close. He does make Torment miss. But still, they just haven't been able to find anything towards the box. That's the closest they've gotten. Torment gonna easily carry that out. Chicago waiting. Oh, it's off the post. It bounces out. Rizzo tees that up for Jnaps. Jnaps blocked by Squishy. Chicago up against the back wall. Nothing for G2 on that play. Cut off by Rizzo. Torment trying to clear this out. G2 sustained pressure. Can they keep it up around the corner? Jnaps blocked away by Gimmick.
And that was a great read on defense by Squishy to get in that shooting lane. But also Chicago now has come close to scoring 2 times. The post and the crossbar just getting in the way.
Torment, oh, that touch got away from him. Jnaps hits it out to the other side. When Chicago went for the boost, or went for the ball, Squishy beat him on the play. Jnaps forced to play it out to his own corner. But he handles it, and Rizzo has that one just wide of the net. Rolls it is Chicago, and bumping into the way. Torment had to get Rizzo out of the way, and he gets the save. Cloud9, the gates are closed.
That was a smart play from Rizzo, targeting the goalkeeper, getting the bump, but the save still coming out. Chances over and over for G2. You gotta wonder, how long can Cloud9 keep G2 at bay? They have been pressuring the entire game.
One shot on net for Cloud9. They're definitely feeling it. Torment back over to Squishy, but met by another challenge from Jnaps. Jnaps in game number 1 has really looked solid on the challenge end. Has set up some opportunities for his team, has 2 shots of his own. And Chicago, well, he wasn't able to score last week for his team like you needed him to for G2. He's put on a couple of close ones in game number 1 so far, and they handle the pressure, the light pressure from Cloud9 on the transition. Do they have it? No, it's knocked away by Torment.
And that looked like Jnaps wanted to potentially set up for a double tap chance, just didn't connect. Jnaps not having as spectacular as a season that we've seen him do in the past, but still G2, they've had a good season overall. Now another chance. Chicago again testing the Cloud9 defense.
Rizzo, his shot knocked out to the corner. The rest of G2, they're back on that play, recognizing they didn't have an angle after that last touch. And they're able to at least work back to midfield. Chicago, Torment trying to get in the way on the play as well. Cloud9 are going for these challenges. They're just losing on them. Here, this one's given away for Squishy.
Absolutely. I mean, they just can't get past G2. Every time they try to get the ball past the midfield, they hit a brick wall.
And again, JNAPS, I mean, he just wins cleanly in midfield. The pass to Rizzo's there. It's shot's good. G2 score in the corner with 13 seconds to go.
And Rizzo with pinpoint accuracy. He has not been much of a scorer this season for G2, but that was a big goal and a huge moment. 13 seconds left on the clock. This might well have secured them game number 1.
It finally cracks. They break their way through the kickoff. It's Rizzo's. He plays it high. He bumps Torment out of the way. Rizzo keeping the ball away from Cloud9. Kills so much time off the clock. Cloud9 can't get possession. Gimmick giving Squishy one last chance. They move high downfield off the backboard. It's defended by JNAPS. Still in the air. Torment has it. Rizzo kills it. G2 win game 1.
And what a play to end it.
A great challenge game. Again, I point back to JNAPS a couple of times in midfield that set up opportunities for both Chicago and Rizzo. So
I mean,
James, we had to game 2, Cloud9 are down.
That game could have easily been 3-0. Had Chicago hit both the shots that he took that were narrow misses, we could have seen that much more one-sided than it was. Cloud9, kudos to them for keeping it close, but there was nothing for them on the offensive side. And almost Rizzo forced someone through right there.
Almost Squishy. He forces his way by Chicago. Gimmick trying to set something up. Chicago and Rizzo have it handled. That's a good touch from Torment. Giving Squishy out the ball, but that touch just far away from him. Leaves the net wide open. JNAP scores off the pass from Chicago, and G2 continue.
And this was a bump. JNAP just takes Gimmick out, knocked him out right in the teeth, and turns around and has an open net. What a play for JNAPS.
Making plays, generating your own opportunities. Cloud9 earlier today, they felt just all of the offense that they could put on against NRG was knocked away. And now they can't generate any offense against G2. The miss may give them an opportunity here. Squishy, around the end, it's just knocked away by Chicago. And smart from them to knock it away from Gimmick on the play. Gimmick expecting him to go up on it, and now Chicago's shot just high above the crossbar. Oh, JNAPS, just a little tip over to Rizzo. And Rizzo gets both G2 gets both the corner boost. This pass out for now, but G2, they're clicking right now, James.
Yeah, they certainly are. Even from game 1, it was very clear that G2 is the team that's setting the tempo, the pace of the game. And they're keeping this pressure on. Cloud9 has got nothing going. You see Chicago getting the demo and the corner boost steal again.
And you said it yourself, nothing is guaranteed outside of the top 2 spots. Cloud9, stellar team, Season 6 world champions. Yes and yes. Squishy off the backboard. He's knocked away by JNAPS. But G2 right now, on the field, it looks like they want it more. JNAPS blocked by Gimmick. Torment picks this one up. Gimmick looking for a bump. He gets the demo, but JNAPS, his team needed him there, and he answered the call. Cloud9, nothing.
And I love that play right there. JNAPS, he was in a position where he could go for the hit, but he instead just rotates out, lets Rizzo get the clear, and puts G2 in a better spot. The comms working right now for G2. It seems like they are just working it out.
Beautiful pass from Chicago out, too. Chicago could have the option to boom that downfield. He scores on the return for G2. Halfway through, they have a 2-goal lead.
You see, Torment didn't get the touch that he was looking for right there. It looked like he might have tried to be bouncing it off his hood, but instead it goes out into the middle, and Chicago was able to sneak that one by. And now 2 goals ahead. G2 just reaching the halfway point. Things are looking good for G2.
Not so good for Cloud9. Team known to just outscore teams straight up. Gimmick blocked by Rizzo, and then immediately met by JNAPS on the next attempt. The rebounds have been caught by G2. I mean, Cloud9, everything they're trying, just it's not working right now. Torment keeps that close to Squishy. They try to work this out, but G2 have midfield locked down. Chicago wins a big challenge as well.
That was a double commit there, Jorby.
And still the shot blocked by Squishy. Chicago keeps it up against the back wall. He has the shot, and it's blocked by Torment.
It took so long for Gimmick to get back into net. And even still, the ball was just sitting there out in the midfield. G2 has been controlling so much of the field, and Cloud9 has just been left panicking. They haven't been able to get anything going. Finally, a chance here for Gimmick.
Ooh, it's been tough against the back wall for Cloud9. They've tried to catch some of these rebounds. They've even taken some high shots, but the goaltending, it's been solid. 5 saves from G2. Cloud9's offense, well, the shots have started coming. They can't find the net, though. And Rizzo, that one high against Torment. They're forcing them up against the backboard, taking advantage of that low positioning. Torment gets a clear out. JNAB's close to this, and he catches this out, and just good control by JNAB's. Cloud9 forced to wait. And I mean, even the boost control, James, G2 has won this control battle in midfield. I feel like they've been splitting 50-50, and Cloud9's half as well. This shot finally in for Cloud9. Gimmick gets the rebound from Squishy, and they pull within 1.
The drought is over. You can see Gimmick just bumping Chicago out of the way, and Squishy able to get that pass to him into the middle. 44 seconds left. There's still time for Cloud9 to tie this one up, Jorby.
And that time, Rizzo caught on the far side of the posts. Gimmick took advantage. Rizzo just couldn't get back to that ball. Cloud9 off the kickoff. Can they tie this up quickly? Torment, third man taken out on the play. A high ball up. That just bought Chicago a chance at the ball, and he wins again in midfield. Well, JNAB's in the corner as well, just constantly trying to control. Rizzo as well from the side. Cloud9, they're not sure how G2's going to attack this ball. Forced to wait. Gimmick wins another challenge against the back wall, looking for a bump. He runs into his own teammate on the play. Time running out. All Chicago has to do is clear this out, and it's their game. Cloud9, one more chance. Gimmick can't get there. No good. G2 win game 2.
That was a close call in the end. Trip to New Jersey to play at LAN.
G2, 1 game away. Can they sweep Cloud9 and punch their ticket and head to the Prudential Center, where we will have our World Championship? The next 5 minutes could decide. Cloud9 need to find a way through. Torment against the corner met by JNABs. Chicago handles that against the backboard. JNABs with that hit. Now it's back over to Gimmick and Squishy. G2's positioning, I mean, it's met right there. Even there, JNAB's had time to get back and make a challenge on that play. Still getting in the way of Squishy. Squishy comes away this time. 1 man to beat. Rustles his way through. Chicago gets bumped by Rizzo, and that bump by Rizzo gives JNABs the ball. Great play from Rizzo. Still forcing JNABs, and he can't do it. Chicago back to Rizzo. Cloud9. Gimmick gets back to keep this in midfield.
And even still, we're seeing great communication from G2. Chicago in a spot where he could go up for that, but JNABs comes in to take a whack at it. G2 looking very comfortable. However, Cloud9, they're starting to get some momentum on the attack. We even see them spending more time in G2's half, which it feels like they haven't really been there very much at all in the first 2 games.
Not at all, but they have been working their way through. Squishy with his pinch. Torment uses everything in the tank just to get a touch onto the ball. Trying to force an opportunity in front of the box. Cloud9 finally are able to set up some shot, but G2 eventually clear it out.
You could even see Gimmick way up on the sidewall expecting a pass that never came. So Cloud9, they are very good on the counterattack, but they just haven't been able to initiate very many counterattacks at all.
And even on plays where they do find themselves in the attacking third, their third man's always positioned, or their second man's always positioned like they're going to win the challenge. They're just not, the first man's not winning the challenge. And they're forced back and forced to have to play transition defense against G2. Rizzo up high against the ceiling. It's blocked this time. And that's a bouncer out for Rizzo. Back to JNABs, can't find the touch. Gimmick, can he wiggle his way through for G2?
And I'm loving the ideas out of Rizzo. Rizzo passing to himself on the sidewall, getting that little flip pass over to JNABs. Rizzo having a great series so far. Obviously thinking back to that first game when he scored in the final seconds, continuing to play well.
I do like the idea, at least Torment having to play off this time. In the last attempt, trying to carry it out, trying to keep it close. Can't make J-Naps miss, and his shots wide. Torment right back over to Chicago. Oh, and Rizzo just read that touch perfectly. Squishy, he tries to carry it out as well. And they're trying to keep this one close. That one just got away from Squishy. It does buy Cloud9 some time. They have space in midfield. Torment has Squishy there as well. So the ideas are here for Cloud9.
Yeah, Squishy was hoping someone would be streaking across the middle for that pass, but nobody was there. Cloud9 just trying to get their bearings, and it's not too late. He almost had a line on that double tap. Cloud9 can get right back into this series here. Just a minute and a half left, still tied at nothing. They've been struggling to find goals.
Cloud9 on that double commit, but Squishy, good to get back to his own touch. How do they respond? Gimmick racing towards it, and they own goal. G2 trying to clear this out of their own box. Squishy gets credit for this goal, but a complete miscommunication as G2, well, they're their own worst enemy.
Well, that was not a pretty goal, but anytime you put a ball in front of net like that, there's a chance that something like that could happen. A ball in front of your net in any situation is enough to cause alarm. That time, G2 panicking and putting it in themselves.
And it could be enough for Cloud9. This might be all they need with a minute left to hold on to this one-goal lead. But again, J-Naps back to his own touch. That just gives way for Chicago. Again, I like the idea from Gimmick. He keeps it close. He gets it by Rizzo. Tries to force his way by J-Naps as well. And Chicago just pushes J-Naps forward on the play. Oh, good carry from J-Naps, but ends up hitting it up high off the backboard. Gimmick, he wins the challenge against Rizzo. Oh, Chicago not only secures the midfield boost, but also is able to turn around and win the challenge against Gimmick in midfield.
Yeah, I love that play. He actually, faked the initial challenge and circled back so he could get boost, and then turned around and caught Gimmick by surprise to get that clear. But still, time running out for G2. Cloud9 looking to close this one out and get back into the series.
Not the best touch either. Rizzo back over to J-Naps. Couldn't catch it. Chicago fighting against Gimmick. Gimmick wins. Killed back to midfield. Torment plays it to the corner, out and around. Rizzo can't clear it away. Cloud9, it is not over for them yet for top two. They at least force game 4.
Yeah, the goal that allowed them to get the win, it wasn't
those 50-50s, like you said. I mean, they come away with the first win on the challenge, but they can't get anything going. The passing lanes shut down against G2, or for G2. Cloud9 in game number 4, looking for a goal and looking for a lead, a win to send this to game 5. Again, all the cards on the table, all the chips are in the center for a trip to New Jersey today.
And it's already been a promising start for Cloud9, but the shot, just wide from J-Naps. But Cloud9 also having a few good early opportunities.
And good touch from Chicago earlier. Chicago off the post. J-Naps shoots, and he gets the goal for G2. They start things off with a bang.
Chicago, he hasn't really been sinking many shots, but he is getting darn close. And that time setting up J-Naps to come in and finish it. Chicago, that was a good play as well to go for the bump after the shot. G2 really having fantastic offensive moments. Now another chance. It's Squishy. Usually he'll hit those.
Squishy can't do it. Picks it up here. A good pass out from Gimmick. You thought it might have been over right there, but Cloud9 catch G2 trying to clear it out, and it's a good pass from Gimmick.
Oh my goodness, that touch from Gimmick. Absolutely surprising the G2 defense. Squishy was ready and waiting, and he's happy to get on the board. The last shot that he took, it was a very difficult shot to read, but not a shot that we haven't seen him hit over and over again. So Squishy happy to get Cloud9 that equalizer.
Gimmick, that last pass, that's the Gimmick we know and love. And Torment picks this up. It's a free rebound this time. G2 can't handle it, and Cloud9 score.
You could see Chicago half flipping back, and Rizzo actually taking over, but missing the hit And even though Torment had no boost, it's no problem. And Cloud9 take the lead.
This time, again, the rebound comes their way. Cloud9 a lead quickly with 2 unanswered. Gimmick off the ceiling has a shot. Chicago playing it back to JNaps. But back to Torment, looking for Gimmick. Gimmick, you can't do it. Torment rolls it, blocked by JNaps. Gimmick still handling that one out. Squishy quickly there to deny Rizzo, but it's out to JNaps and G2. Oh, JNaps, he gets back to it. Dangerous. It does allow Gimmick to make a challenge, and Rizzo gets the clear. Much needed for G2.
G2. And after that first good goal, Cloud9 finding their feet, getting stabilized. And we might see a game 5 if this keeps pace.
Cloud9 have just seemingly woken up. And again, a goal off of the mistake. JNaps, his shot blocked by Gimmick. Dangerous. Rizzo shoot. No, he looked out to the side. Can't put it on target. Chicago having to realign himself quickly. Now Squishy takes control, flips over one, met by Rizzo.
Oh, that demo, this could be huge.
It opens for JNaps, he scores, and it's a quick tie for G2.
And it all started with this demo. Rizzo getting angry, taking out Torment, and JNaps first to the ball, gets an easy read off that back wall, and we are all tied up.
They've been going for those demos and bumps all series. It nets them a goal in game number 4. Again, G2.
And you know, Jorby, you don't see those demos on the scoreboard. Rizzo sitting down there at only 50 points while both his teammates are above 300. And now JNaps with the go-ahead.
Gimmick expecting this to roll against the back wall. Chicago just kind of throws it against the corner, right where the corner and the back wall meet. That kicks it straight out to JNaps. It's a beautiful touch out. And G2, they respond with 2 quick unanswered goals.
All of them assisted by Chicago. JNaps getting his hat trick there.
And that's not been something from JNaps we've seen this season.
Yeah, the knapsack, you know, it has not really been much of a thing this season so far, but it's coming out in this game.
Still Cloud9. It will not go quietly. Gimmick knocking away Chicago. Squishy around the corner. G2 getting a little antsy on defense. Another double commit. They have some space to work with, and Gimmick in midfield. Cloud9 have locked this down ever since the end of game number 2. You feel like this series is just starting to slowly swing Cloud9's way, but then G2, they strike right back. Cloud9, though, they answer with some pressure, just can't come away with anything yet. But this time they're finding each other in the middle of the field.
Oh!
Goodness, Squishy Muffins, you are ridiculous!
That might be the shot of the season for Squishy Muffins. An impossible angle to keep their top 2 hopes alive. Squishy is nuts.
How do you try to confirm a top 2 spot? Shots like that. Undefendable. Cloud9, tie game. A minute 40 left in game 4. This is just for game 5 for C9.
That was unreal. Not only was the shot crazy, but the situation. Cloud9 fighting to get that land spot. And Squishy does it.
And now G2. They need some more magic from Chicago, from JNaps. It's been those 2 scoring, passing. Can they do it again? They can't. Squishy finds the hole on top. Cloud9 take the lead.
And Squishy gets his hat trick. JNaps took too wide of a line on it. He didn't have time, and he took it, and Squishy punished him. With a minute 4 left on the clock, we see it swing right back in favor of Cloud9.
We are in a shootout in the final minute of game 4. Rizzo up high against the backboard. Torment. Oh, and JNaps, his touch went back to Rizzo. Torment has this back to Gimmick. JNaps rolling back around. Squishy's there. Shot on, but blocked by Rizzo. G2 back and forth against Cloud9, trying to end this series now. They are no stranger to game 5s, but they had this series close to wrapped up a game ago. And now they're just trying to tie game 4. Chicago, back to JNaps, shoots, and it's blocked by Torment, stands up tall.
And that was a double commit that left the net vulnerable. G2, they're not ready to give up just yet. There is still time left on this clock.
Gimmick winning that, kills more time. Still Chicago, high against the back wall. Torment can't get there. Rizzo, just high. JNAPS to Rizzo. Oh! G2 tie with 10 seconds left.
Rizzo coming up clutch for G2. Narrowly missing that shot, but JNAPS getting it right back out to him. Gimmick had to watch in horror as Rizzo put that one in with just 10 seconds left.
Kickoff. Rizzo can't get it by. Torment to the corner. He's got Gimmick there. Tries to roll it back over, and it's killed out. Squishy keeps it in play. JNAPS clears it out with Rizzo. Squishy gets there in time. Well, game 4 overtime. Here we go.
G2 just one goal away from the Prudential Center ticket.
Demo opens it up. Torment around the corner. He's got to beat Chicago. And that touch onto Chicago will at least steady for about 3 seconds. Chicago keeps this one close. Works his way by Gimmick. Torment catches this out. Back over, JNAPS. He cannot handle it in midfield. Rizzo can't do it either. Chicago, it's straight back up to midfield. And a great touch from JNAPS to bail out G2. Up high against the ceiling. JNAPS, it shoots, and he's blocked. Denied by Torment. It's not over. Up high is Chicago. Denied by Torment again. Squishy clears it out for Cloud9. They get away with it.
Torment, the bulwark in the back, refusing to let Cloud9's season end in defeat. And that keeps Cloud9 in it, but G2 still on the prowl.
JNAPS pass out. Chicago played it out to the side, was maybe expecting JNAPS to come with him on the play. Instead, Squishy, well, knocked away by Rizzo. JNAPS the touchdown, forcing Torment up. Still Chicago hunting. Good sequence from G2, but better defense from Cloud9. JNAPS under. Now he goes over Torment. Squishy forced to play it to the corner. Rizzo can't get there. Squishy, another good challenge. Cloud9 defensively, they've been hanging on, James, but it feels like it's by a thread. Squishy on the transition. Gimmick forces it through. He scores. We go to game 5.
And the dunk, finishing it off at Squishy again, sending that ball into the mid, and Chicago jumping towards it, and the ball slowly rolls in. That might be the slowest overtime goal that I have ever seen, but it was an impactful one. And what had their moments in this series, but this is the game. There is no more chances.
Game 5. Winner goes to New Jersey. Who comes out on top? We're underway. Rizzo around the corner. Forces it back. Chicago shoots. He gets it in. And G2, 6 seconds in, is all it takes.
Chicago has been the scorer for G2 all season long. And you saw the missed hit from Gimmick. Chicago is just going to easily clean that up.
And so, we may continue the shootout from game 4.
But you can't count Cloud9 out.
Not at all. JNAPS can't get back to his own touch. And I mean, even in that overtime, Cloud9's defense, there were so many times you felt like, okay, G2 have a play here, but then they win a challenge in the corner, Cloud9 do, and they're able to clear it away. And they did it time and again, and G2 have put the pressure on. It has been no shortage of plays from G2. Here's another example. Chicago gets in the way. Rizzo scores.
And I love the physical play from G2 again. JNAPS, he's in there looking for the bump, and he makes Squishy wrap around the back of the net, trying to make a Squishy save, but Rizzo sees the whole play unfolding, takes his time, keeps the ball low, and just secures the goal. So G2's physical play getting them another goal.
Still, you don't feel like 2 goals is enough against Cloud9. Just going 1 game back. G2 here against Squishy. And this Cloud9 team is completely different from games 1 and 2. They knew the rebounds. They weren't exactly working in trouble there, though. Getting caught out almost. Squishy able to get back in time.
And I mean, if you're a Cloud9 fan, definitely a disappointing start, but The one thing you can be thankful about is that there's so much time left on the clock, still over 3.5 minutes. Cloud9 easily able to get back into this one, but G2 getting 2 very early goals. It's going to be tough for Cloud9 to battle back.
G2 have been so good at just being able, the player who goes in sets the play up, on their way back, if they can't win the challenge, they get back and somehow get the back pass back to their team to retain possession in the offensive half, fighting off a Cloud9 player for it. Chicago has been the one to do it most times, to give it away to JNABS or Rizzo. The demo in midfield gives them space again. They take a pot shot at the net. Torment handles that one. But G2, this is the best they've looked all season.
And I think it's just,
what a save.
An infield pass from Rizzo, almost connecting with JNABS. And you love seeing those type of infield passing plays. Rizzo hasn't been getting a lot of assists or goals this season, but in this series, he has been a physical presence, getting demos, getting bumps. And he has stepped up this series, getting some big goals. So it's an all-around team effort from G2. I think that's what is making them so effective in this series, is all 3 of them are playing their part.
Gimmick, that's a good win for Gimmick. Torment looking for Squishy. Squishy did get the touch. The angle cut off by G2. There's less than half the game left for Cloud9. They still have yet to get on the board. Rizzo, good idea to slow it down, try to force a bad touch out of Torment. Doesn't work this time. Gimmick against the back wall, looking for the read. He's got it up against the back wall. Squishy off the crossbar and the post. No goal for Cloud9. Trying to force the issue. Torment here against the corner against JNABS. G2 making Cloud9 work for every inch. Here's Squishy Muffins again. High against the back wall. They've won a lot of these boost battles. You feel like it's only a matter of time for Cloud9 to score, but time keeps ticking away.
And again, in the midfield, Rizzo with the demo, he's taking out Gimmick. And if Gimmick had a full tank of boost, then that really throws off the attack for Cloud9. So Rizzo, his physicality, burning time off the clock. Torment,
high against the corner again. Cloud9 really testing this G2 defense, trying to force them high up, use that boost. G2 still doing well in the boost department. They all picked up a canister. Oh, not the best touch here for G2. Torment, he's not able to bring it out. Rizzo met by Squishy. There's a minute left for Cloud9. 5 saves from Torment.
And only 2 shots for all of Cloud9 as opposed to 8 for G2. G2 really getting a hold of it, denying Cloud9 any opportunities.
It really feels like game 1 that G2 did against Cloud9, where they only allowed 2 shots from them. 40 seconds left. Cloud9 hunting. They fought back from 2 games down to force this game number 5. Can they cap it off with a reverse sweep and a ticket to New Jersey? Or will G2 weather the storm? With less than 30 seconds to go, another goal will be what kills Cloud9 in this matchup. More time killed off the clock. Cloud9 can't get back to the ball. G2 high and up. It has been, you feel like roller coaster. Gimmick! He finds it way through. Cloud9 with 10 seconds left. They are still alive.
Gimmick just cherry picking. He was waiting, grabbed G2's corner boost, and was just sitting there expecting the pass. He got it, and he connected. Cloud9, they're still in it.
Here's the kickoff. How do they handle? Torment's got a chance.
It's a good one.
From midfield, the pass.
Oh, Gimmick!
Gimmick blocked and knocked away from Chicago.